Me and Puff had said a long time ago that if anything ever go down, don't tell nobody my name in the whole.
You see Diddy, you see Suge Knight, and then a lot of their cohorts down there, but Tupac and Biggie at the top.
That Diddy, at the time known as Puff Daddy, Tupac Shakur.
Ever since the shocking disclosures about Diddy's possible participation in the Biggie and Tupac situations, there has been a noticeable change in the vibe surrounding the music mobile.
Police have searched a house on the outskirts of Las Vegas in connection with the of the hip-hop star Tupac Shakur more than 25 years ago.
Several those close to the camp have been speculating about a significant shift in Diddy's behavior. Some even claim that Diddy is getting ready to flee. The plan is getting more complex by the day. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Celebrity Live channel. Let's get right to the story, shall we? An insider who has known Diddy for a long time said that he's always been the life of the party, lighting up the room as soon as he stepped in, but that lately, it seems like he's lost his spark and is skipping meetings. Even it's unnerving since they've always been a priority for him. The source continued by saying that he has reduced the number of people in his network and that many have been unable to get in touch with him for days. This is an extraordinary occurrence given his propensity for holding various business gatherings and his typically gregarious demeanor. Meanwhile, a pal who recently got to know Diddy revealed, "I've never seen him this way. Our chats were constantly lively as full of ideas, ambitions, and the future of music. But the last time we chatted, he seemed aloof and seemingly suspicious, with his eyes darting around as though he thought someone could suddenly barge in." When taken as a whole, these stories depict a man who is extremely distressed by. Let's take a closer look at the complex network surrounding the notorious cases of Tupac and Biggie Smalls and the potential link to Sean Diddy in light of the fresh evidence and charges, which make one question whether Diddy might be considering avoiding the spotlight completely.
Like when we had got hit with Hit 'Em Up, I had to make the call to Biggie, and I said, we're not gonna respond. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
I think Tupac might have got killed by a dude that they, had an incident with earlier that day.
Let's next examine a thorough and well-known career in depth. The notorious B.I.G. and Eddie Smalls were undoubtedly two of the most important figures in the hip-hop industry. Their influence on the music scene during the 1990s was unmatched, but the decade was also characterized by the notorious East Coast versus West Coast hip-hop competition to Pac, which turned an artist from New York into a symbol of the West Coast scene. Biggie stayed faithful to the East Coast, representing Diddy's Bad Boy Records in New York City, after signing with Death Row Records, situated in Los Angeles.
I told my homies, Southside's up here. My homies that was at 662, everybody had their guns. We knew it was going to be something.
Tension between the two coasts increased after Tupac's claimed to have prior knowledge of a 1994 shooting and robbery incident that left him gravely injured. This accusation sparked a heated verbal sparring match between the two rap legends, with Biggie answering with, "Who shot ya?" even though Biggie claimed his song wasn't about Tupac.
When Tupac was shot, it really resonated that things are really dangerous.
Sadly, the verbal altercations quickly took a negative turn on September 7, 1996, when Tupac was shot and killed in Las Vegas. 6 days later, Sue recovered from his wounds. The deaths of these two titans shocked the hip-hop culture and heartbroken fans shortly after Biggie suffered a similar fate in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles on March 9, 1997.
Pac is a strong dude, yo. I know dudes, you know what I'm saying? Right. He's real strong, so when it was like he got shot, I was just more like, again?
Although many elements of the conspiracy theories sparked by the recent instances of Tupac and Biggie remained constant, one name appeared to be used more frequently than others. Conspiracy theorists and Sean Diddy's insiders have frequently conjectured about Diddy's development, particularly in light of his prominent position in the industry and his prior disputes with Tupac.
I know that's completely not true. Biggie didn't have no money conflicts with anybody. It would be inadequate for me to speculate. I would just be like everybody else.
Conspiracy theorists have emphasized a number of pieces of evidence, one of which concerns an ex-bodyguard from Diddy's Gene contract who asserted that Diddy previously publicly stated his desire for transfer. In the rap scene, even if it meant Suge Knight's imprisonment or Tupac Biggie's death.
I said, yo, he sure did. He said, yeah. He said, Big got a He said, yo, he said big.
At a team, Gene's revelations have fueled suspicions against Evermore. These revelations have only strengthened convictions about Day's involvement in the shadowy side of the music business. Dash and Annexure imply that Biggie Smalls had intentions to quit Diddy's label Bad Boy Records for a better contract, suggesting potential difficulties between the artist and the mogul.
Tupac Shakur was shot here in Las Vegas. Is weighing in on the renewed homicide investigation.
Nearly 27 years after the murder of hip-hop legend Tupac Shakur, Las Vegas police confirmed today they executed a search warrant on Monday in connection with the case.
However, almost 3 decades later, the inquiry into Tupac's case has taken a different course. Recent searches by Nevada officials into the rapper's death focused on a home connected to Dwayne Kathy D. Davis, a self-described, although the precise evidence found during this search has not been made public. The mobster is the uncle of Orlando Anderson, one of Tupac's well-known enemies and a longtime suspect in Tupac's case, according to insiders. Among the items gathered were several computer documents and even a memoir by Davis. What's important is the conviction that these materials could offer insight or perhaps direct connections to those responsible for Tupac's death.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense.
Given his suspected money and media influence, many people believe that these fresh leads will finally shed light on any participation Diddy may have had. There are also theories that Diddy may have intimidated or suppressed important witnesses over the years.
So yeah, Sean Combs, I'm charging you with being a divisive human being who will do anything for $1.
The mystery that surrounds Sean Diddy Combs has grown over the past few days. According to insider information, Diddy has cut off most of his close friends and business associates, which is unusual for a man known for having a large network of friends and business relationships. This strange seclusion isn't the only thing that has drawn media attention, though. People close to the mogul have noticed a significant shift in his demeanor, describing him as appearing scared and uneasy. An onlooker at a recent charity event told TMZ that the Diddy we saw wasn't the confident dominant figure we're used to. His gaze was distant, his movements were twitchy, and he kept to himself. Such significant behavioral changes have added gasoline to the flames of rumors about his affiliation with the Biggie and Tupac's deaths, but possibly the most concerning, an anonymous whistleblower revealed that Diddy had transferred a sizable amount of his fortune to a Swiss international bank account. According to the Wall Street Journal, Switzerland, with its well-known banking secrecy regulations, has long been a haven for the wealthy seeking subtlety, but for someone like Diddy who has been open about his guy, the source moving this sum of money is more than simply a financial tactic. It's a signal. To comprehend the extent of Diddy's anxiety, one must take into account the potential ramifications of the continuing investigations if, hypothetically, Diddy's involvement in Tupac's is suspected. Financial efforts. This tactic implies anticipation of prospective legal issues or, worse, a need to flee. If the largest deaths were proven, the mobile may be subject to harsh legal consequences. It would not only signal the end of his powerful reign in the music industry, but it could also result in criminal charges. As legal analyst Lauren Hughes informed Shin, even though the statute of limitations on some charges may have passed, if there is evidence of a conspiracy, then all bets are off. It's also important to remember that Diddy would be putting himself in further legal jeopardy if he had used his wealth or influence to influence witnesses or obstruct justice in any way. It's a high-stakes game with tangible consequences. Beyond the legal realm, Diddy's legacy as a music producer spans decades. With so much on the line, an entrepreneur and cultural figure may be irreversibly damaged. Cutting off communication and transferring money could be interpreted as actions taken in anticipation of the worst-case situation.
I've seen the media portray me like I'm a gangster, which is just not the case.
However, these deaths are not the only ones Diddy has been linked to, which adds to the maze of allegations, sex, and seconds surrounding Diddy. There are also whispers about other enigmatic gadgets and incidents that Diddy is allegedly linked to, most notably the tragic death of Kim Porter, his longtime girlfriend and mother of 3 of his children, which raised eyebrows when it happened on November 15, 2018. Although lobar pneumonia was recorded as the official cause of death, many speculated about other possible causes because of how quickly she passed away. In the realm of celebrity coincidences, justifications are rarely that simple.
You know what I'm saying? Kim know all his deepest secrets. Kim probably told all that in her book. You understand? That up and got missing the day she.
Then there is the 2003 shooting outside an Atlanta nightclub of Anthony Wolf Jones. Diddy's close friend and guard Jones was with Diddy at a high-profile club shooting in 1999 involving rapper Shine, which has stoked rumors even though Diddy was never personally involved. Law enforcement would probably delve deeply into Diddy's past, unraveling every unresolved mystery and shadowy event connected to his name when you start looking into the murky details and circumstances surrounding Jones's death, with insiders indicating that there is more to the story than meets the eye. Pulling on a thread in situations like these can cause the entire tapestry to fall apart, but many questions remain unanswered amid the flurry of rumors and conjecture. For example, why would Diddy suddenly seem to be on the verge of collapse after all these years? Has new, damning evidence surfaced, or is the mogul simply responding to the weight of path? As the world watches the drama play out, Finn is catching up. In the realm of hip-hop, where veto is cash, one statement from a fan seems to perfectly reflect the seriousness of the issue. Time will tell if Diddy's latest activities are just preventative measures or if they represent a darker, more sinister reality. These recent actions are the loudest silence we have ever heard. How Diddy's recent behavior is a coincidence, or is there more to the story lurking beneath the surface? Please share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in and joining us on this wild ride through the fascinating world of celebrity rumors. If Diddy is indeed entangled in any of these cases, the magnitude of concern goes beyond mere legal consequences for him. The days and weeks ahead could determine how history remembers him as a flawed genius entangled in controversies or a cultural icon whose legacy remained untainted. Please remember to click the subscribe button if you like this video. And press the like button. Remember to enable notifications so you never miss the most recent information. Until the next time, stay interested, curious, and peaceful.